Previously on Vampyr.
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's, shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view.
The Mistress of the Dark will drink your blood.
I are here to step.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them.
And now, Vampyr, Episode 7. Alright, Thelma, let's have a conversation, my dear. Hello.
Are you all right, Miss Howcroft?
They were tracking me, hunting me down. After the death of Thomas, they came to the hospital. They said I killed him.
But you're safe now. Those men won't bother you anymore, I promise.
Did you hear them? They recognized me as a vampire. I knew it. I knew it.
Well, I mean, you were telling them that you were a vampire. Yeah, they were definitely making a mistake.
No. Those hunters would have made a huge mistake if they had killed you.
I'm not crazy. I knew there was something wrong with me. I need to tell the doctors about this.
All right, let's see. Okay, so how will we get her off their radar? What do these little sunbursts mean? I wonder if this means I have a treatment that I can cure them with. This little gold sunburst at the bottom. I bet that's what it is. Okay. Well, that's, yeah, I should treat people. Okay. I wonder if I could convince her that she's not a vampire. That might be useful. Alright, well, I'm in Whitechapel, so I have to find Dorothy Crane. Okay, so this is the Pre-Win headquarters. I can see their little symbol on these lockers. What else? She came here. All right. So, let's go back out here and continue with our blackmail case. Oh, maybe I have to go through this building. Very possible. Okay. Is there a way up? We're through. Don't believe there's a alternate exit here. No. Okay. Thelma, why are you still hanging around, girl?
I'm not crazy. I knew there was something wrong with me. I need to tell the doctors about this.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so I guess I don't have to sneak through that building. Alright. I suppose I can bust through here with my saw. No. I cannot. Oh, that's a screaming skull again. Okay, so... Alright, I know where I am actually. Right back at the beginning of Whitechapel. So there's a little courtyard here I can go through.
Over there!
But these Prewin boys are a lot. Yeah, I wonder if there are any police in this game. Who, you know.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye. But the guards recruit more and more every year.
When did you join the guard? 2 days ago. This is my first patrol.
Okay. Oh, I don't want those guys. Well.
It's locked all right. One of them!
They really politely wait for me to finish biting their friend before they attack. Oh, he's blocking my stun. He's got this thing there. Get rid of this guy before I deal with the other one. Okay. Yeah, he's a big dude. Oof. Come on. Roger the wall. Okay. Whew, he was tough. Quite tough, actually. He had a good defense against my stun. Which, you know, that's not what you want. Okay.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Yeah, the guy who was listed on the voucher. It said there was a hideout available, but I don't know which hideout they're referring. Oh! Wait, I've already... No, this isn't the hideout.
I cannot enter.
Okay.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye.
There's not many around here. Large box of pills. A lot of drugs laying around this place. Okay. Benjamin. Oh. Dead guy.
Fuck you all! Fuck it all! Stop it now, Albert! Stop it!
Uh-oh. Something bad going down. Wow, there's just a lot of dead guys in the street.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
Who's that? Sounded rather ominous. Also kind of sounded like Thelma again. I don't think it is, though. Where was that? Where did that shooting come from? I see my goal over there, but curious about who was speaking just now and who was getting shot.
It's locked.
Okay. Oh, who's this? Unknown. Maybe this was who was talking?
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reid, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Okay, well, I'm looking for Dorothy.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Oh, your reputation, huh? What's that about? Okay. What do you do?
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
Okay. And why do you think doctors don't come? Is it because of people like you?
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Well, that's, I guess that's something. Okay. So I guess I'll talk to you again sometime.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I'm Dr. Reid. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see what you know about Nurse Dorothy.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Wow. Okay. It's just dealing with a different quality of citizen over here. Alright, so this is Barrett, and I met Joe just now. Dorothy's the pillar, and I killed him. The slumlord Cadigan Bates. Okay. She is an excellent nurse. Yeah, so why don't you not call her a
Yes,
bitch?
she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Well, I don't really have much of a problem with that, honestly. So other than Dorothy ruining your illegal drug trade, how's business?
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Interesting. So yeah, anything going on around here that's not as it should be?
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Oh, okay. So I'm guessing it's getting worse?
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Huh, okay. Have you been injured?
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Yeah, I've seen that. Let's see. All right. Personal questions. No. All right, let's see what you got for
Right
sale.
then. Show me what you have.
Okay. Thank you for your time, sir.
I know it's hard to believe, but this district has always been wretched. Don't let your guard down, sir.
Who's that? That looks like a priest. Dare I speak to him? Hi.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reid, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Don't you fear getting sick yourself?
I've been touched by God's grace. I am perfectly healthy.
Let's see what we have for details here. Yeah, I definitely want to eat this guy. I don't like his condescension.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Wow, okay. What do you mean you don't like nurses?
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Well, that's just flabbergastingly silly, Father Tobias Whitaker. And what specifically do you dislike about Nurse Crane, other than the fact that she's not a bride of Christ?
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Oh dear. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm curious what he's
What do you
talking
mean
about.
when you say that I am more lost than you
I think he hates
All
science.
scientists are entangled
yep.
in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I would say I only believe in facts, which is true. I do only believe in facts, but I have recently become a vampire, so even though any information he has will be informed by his superstition, maybe he could give me some useful information. You can always distill something to remove the bullshit.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
And what do you plan to do about the minions from
Really?
the abyss?
And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
And, yeah, how exactly do you plan to deploy your cleansing fire, Father?
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Okay. Yeah, we're not in the Dark Ages here, buddy.
Fire is just the instinctive answer of a caveman facing something he does not understand. This is the 20th century.
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Alright, well, I do believe I've heard enough from you. Did I ask him about his life in London? Yes. Oh, yeah, do you have any family? That's a good question.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where, exactly? It's not exactly safe.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Yeah, well, he may not fear it, but it still might bite him in the ass. Alright. Later, Whitaker. I'm unimpressed with you.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
For once, I felt like Jonathan's snark matched my own. Okay, let's see. What else? Who else do I possibly need to talk to before I'd like to get as much information as I can before I speak to Nurse Dorothy. Who dat? More Prewin. Okay. Let's see. Really like my coat. Swansea did me a solid with this coat, I'm gonna say it. Okay. I don't see...
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to revive you?
Hello. What are we... Oh, you know
Pay me
what?
a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle and I'll be nasty.
Ah, This is a Lady of the Night. Hello.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling, but I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor, Dr. Reid.
All right then, but be quick, though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Well, you know, I could still pay you, I guess, but I'm looking for Nurse Crane.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothy Crane. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
I do, in fact, respect that. How did you get here? All I can ask is about your
Christina,
health.
have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Yeah, but you are going to come in contact with a lot of people. You should worry about spreading something.
You can put your own life in danger. That's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
I'm worried about everybody's health.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
I'll give you medicine.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Okay. She is very healthy. She is recovering from her illness. She apparently had fatigue. Okay. Let's see. Let's hear about how you came to be here in Whitechapel.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Well, I guess you need to live.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Okay, well, I guess that's it for now.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Okay. Who else might I be able to meet? I met him. Right? No, I haven't.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reid.
Dr. Reid, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Okay, let's see what he... Oh, his social circle includes Christina. I wonder if he's one of her patrons. Alright, let's see.
Do you need assistance?
That would be
medicine?
nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
To your investigation. Oh, I don't have any.
I will see you later.
Okay, let's see. No newspapers speak about the epidemic. What are you doing here after sunset? Not afraid going out at night. Yeah, why are you breaking curfew? Is it part of your reporting?
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Okay. Does the public care?
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Okay. Yeah, you said you're independent selling your stories. Are the newspapers not reporting?
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
Well, that's kind of disgraceful.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
I agree with you there. Do you have any fear coming out here at this late hour?
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
Well, actually, no.
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Yeah, I'm right there with you, buddy. Trying to find out the same damn thing. Okay. Well, thanks for your information.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Alright, well, I think...
I cannot enter.
That's locked. Okay. I think I've talked to quite a few people. Might be time to see if I can go see, oh wait, what's this? Oh, interesting. Ah, oh, hi.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reid. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Oh,
I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
I was thinking she doesn't speak English. But maybe she does? Wait, I know she works for Nurse Crane. Do I know that? Oh, she just... Oh, okay. So I think what my takeaway there is I was supposed to, when she came up to the flower pot, know that she was distributing the vouchers. Alright, so she's very healthy too.
Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye then.
All right. Wow. You're an interesting lady. Okay, so yeah, there's other vouchers around that she's presumably distributing. Okay. So that's how Dorothy gets this done. Let me look at my map. Let's see. Yeah, I need to go back. Whitechapel's pretty big. Okay. Let's go find the dispensary. This way, I believe.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right?
You again?
Okay.
What do you want this time?
He's shaking him down. Okay, I can't do anything about it, though. Oh, here we go.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
I see. Well, you're a criminal, but I don't know if I should be... If I'm not judgmental of the sex worker, maybe I could be less judgmental of him, but, you know, she's not really hurting anybody.
You are a criminal who endorses criminal activity. The least you could do is stop hiding behind this pretense.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Well, I actually don't have that much sympathy for him. Because he was trying to sell medicine. Oh, I am curious about his health. Okay, he's pretty healthy. They did used to be good friends. Okay, well, I'm going to pursue this a little later.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
All right. Here's the voucher. Address. Darius Petrescu.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Next time on Vampyr.